This is a one-off. There's not another building in the world that's like this spot. One of my favorite pieces is the caustic reflection of the water on the ceilings when the sun is shining. My name is Sebastian Kimura with Metis Construction. I'm the operations manager, and this is Boat Street. The primary goal was to create community, provide public access to the shoreline, and from the outside at least. They wanted to keep the look of what a working shipyard and working waterfront looks like.
My name is Marley Tomic-Beard. I am a project manager for Metis Construction, and for this project I was the project manager slash kind of project engineer. The primary goals of this project was to create a multi-use space and multi-use environment with an office TI in this upper portion where we're standing now, and then the bakery in the front, and kind of creating some cohesion and a place for people to come experience Jensen Marina in a different way than they've ever been able to do before.
I'm Chang Cooper. I work for Metis Construction, and I've been working at Boat Street for the last 8 months as one of the lead carpenters. I mean, this space is a very historical space. It was where the first hydroplane was built. Just right over there in that corner is where the boat builder lived.
It was engineered by a boat builder in the 20s.
It of course was an active wooden boat shop at the time, and it pretty much looked that way when we first kind of got here. It still had all of the equipment and all of the workbenches, et cetera, from the wooden boat project.
You could see little remnants. There's notes we found in the wall from way back.
It looked like a machine shop. It was an empty barn-like space, and I couldn't believe after a year and a half we're able to translate that into a finished product.
I think remodels are a little difficult because you know, it's not new construction. You're not putting stuff where you need it. You're just working around what's already there. And so I think Metis does a good job in being able to be flexible and bring up to the clients like restrictions and limitations, and then working with structural engineers to achieve a good goal.
This building's not built the way we build now, and so things like flashing windows and stuff like that kind of had to be rethought in order to make it work.
There's also a lot to working with the character of the building, and knowing we're putting in new windows or new trim, and taking the extra care to preserve what's existing.
When you're working in an adaptive reuse space and you're dealing with existing conditions, there's times when those existing conditions don't meet what the architect drew, and so we had to kind of readjust to make the vision come to light.
These rafters that you see above me actually used to be at the lower level here where the wall is, and so those got removed and repurposed when we reframed this, and but they were here, and then the rest of these rafters came out and created the stairway that you see coming up here.
That wasn't in the plans. That was supposed to be a plywood built stairway with carpet and on it, but we wanted to kind of honor the wood, and we wanted to make sure the wood stayed here. We have a culture of ownership in our company that kind of makes a project our own. That's why we succeed.
Being an owner of Metis Construction really made me feel prideful about my work.
We're willing to take on stuff that's a little bit unknown. We're not afraid to kind of step out of our comfort zone just a little bit and learn something and try something new.
It just comes more of a pride with your craftsmanship when you have to stand behind the name and the company that you work for versus just being a number and showing up to work just to do a job. Here you get to actually create something that you want to stand behind.
When the project started here, also was my first day working with Metis, which was really nice. It has been a really good time working with Metis, and specifically in this project, because I could see how it was before, and now I can see how it's finished now.
My favorite part of this project is all the things that you actually don't see that are underneath the building, underwater, built into the walls, that were done in stages years apart that fit together really well.
And I think the most important thing was, for me, the relationship with other people.
Everybody from the laborers to the project managers acted like they owned it. They felt a connection to the ownership group, and they wanted to make this thing, you know, the special place that it's turned out to be.
Man, the level of effort that the people that built the building put into it it's always impressive. It's something to strive to, you know, it's just putting in that, you know, little extra engineering or kind of like craft, and it can last, you know, 75 years, almost 100 years. It's pretty cool.
Legacy is a big thing when it comes to craftsmanship, because eventually someone else is going to come here and remodel it 100 years down the road, and you want them to be like, damn, look how they toe screwed these boards together, and look how well the craftsmanship of it.
I'm absolutely positive that when my career's finished, this will be probably one of the proudest things I've done.